For all of you parents out there, do you sometimes yell? Yes, guilty. Are you tired of that constant cycle, yelling in your home? I don't think anyone wants to do it. So joining us live this morning, renowned parent educator and certified professional coach and author, Laine Lipsky, here to talk about your new groundbreaking book, Stop Yelling, and this training program. Good morning, Laine. Thank you for joining us.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, I feel very guilty, but absolutely it happens. We have a 4.5-year-old. Sometimes she tests my patience, and then I feel so bad. Why am I yelling at a 4-year-old? Tell us, what are parents going through? Am I the only one doing this?
Oh my goodness, you are so not the only person doing this, which is exactly why I wrote the book that I wrote and that I offer the training program that I have to accompany it. It is the #1 parenting problem, Netta. Parents are frustrated, they're overwhelmed, and they go to their knee-jerk reaction, which is most often yelling. And that's simply because they don't have any other tools at their disposal. And so what I'm here to do is to teach parents alternate positive skills to that.
Okay. I think for a lot of people, maybe they grew up in that type of household. That's how we communicated, was just the loudest person gets heard. So tell us, I mean, about that. Obviously, that's not a cycle we should continue. There's been a lot of research, right?
Yeah, so there's a lot of research on yelling and corporal punishment in general, and yelling is definitely put into the category, if it hits a certain level, of corporal punishment. And the truth is, we don't need research to tell us what we already know in our hearts, right? When you yell at your 4-year-old, it feels terrible, and you see the look on their face, and they feel terrible, and we worry about what's going to happen to them in the short and the long term. And the bottom line is that yelling just doesn't work. It can shut a child's behavior down in a moment, but it won't be a long-term solution, and it does create problems in the long term and the short term as well.
And I can say, you know, just obviously for our schedule, we have a weird schedule, right? We wake up super early. So by the end of the day, I don't have any more like energy or control almost to just be able to calmly, level-headedly address every issue, especially when it's bedtime. So that's where it comes out of me, where I feel like a monster. But as far as that goes, I mean, is that why it happens? I mean, why are we resorting to this horrible habit?
Yeah, I think, and I'm so glad that you just called it a habit. That's really an important thing to know, because when we understand that yelling is actually a habit and it's a cycle, we can learn how to change that habit, just like any other habit that we want to change. When we think of it as a skill and a skill set, we have the power to change it. Why is it happening? Because for you, at the end of the day, you're exhausted. You get up at 4 a.m. Of course you're exhausted, right? Your kids are also exhausted. Bedtime is particularly challenging because parents are looking to end the day and kids are looking to connect with their parents. So there's an actual like conflict of interest there, right? For other families it's different, and the conflict happens in the morning. For some families it happens right after school. But again, if you look at it as a habit and a pattern, you can start to pick apart when it's happening and back out from there and say, when can I intervene at the earliest point so that I can stop this from happening? Because nobody will say that yelling at their kid feels good. Nobody will say that.
Laine, you're speaking like you're a coach of a team, maybe. Tell us about that. You are using some of those skills in this.
So I was an athletic coach. I actually was the first coach of the UCSD Women's Ultimate Frisbee here. Go Psychos. And I co-founded the Women's Ultimate Team at Brown University, where I also played, and then I went along and became a pretty accomplished ultimate frisbee player. Yes, that's a thing. But yes, I do treat parenting like a sport, and I do work with parents in the same way that a coach would work with their athletes. This is a marathon. Parenting is a marathon. It's not a sprint. It's not meant to be done in isolation, and you need the right skills and the right training to get it done right.
So your program, people, if they want to sign up, if you want help from Laine, today and tomorrow, that's it, right?
Today and tomorrow.
It starts Thursday. How do people sign up?
So you'd go to parentally.me. So that's my website. That's how you sign up. You can find out there are 2 cohorts, an AM cohort, a PM cohort, because I want to, you know, make it as accessible for parents as possible. And that's where you get the training to learn the steps in the book.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Laine, for your insight, sharing this with us. We will be right back after this quick break.